Chocolate with the smiles, all the ops gonna blow. They all in the sewers and south in the clouds. I'ma stay down till the sun, on the floor till the steps build. Got no paper, told him quit the pocket, watching jeans ripping at the seams, holding on some dead folks. Schizophrenic with the bag. Listen to the money, nigga praying every day. Glad to say I was broke, tell him battle. Now I got my bands up, 1000 on the bill just to keep the pants up. Only on the real note, I couldn't fake what I've been doing. All my real ones know this nigga riding for his 53. I'm throwing up, they see the chain, I keep it tough. Say she feeling little nigga, try love. Say she love me for my smile, so I'm looking mean as clean head squawking, so I'm keeping feathers plucked. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun. Running through his mind all day, I'm tired. I'm the boss now, do higher. Hang the phone up, I'm so wired. Couldn't sleep, my floor's so higher. I got keys, that girl's on fire. Who's the boss? I got 5 on me, like what's the cost? I'm at 5 hotel in a suite, I'm lost in white. Get down sheets, I got stripes on my cheeks, Hermes fur on my feet.
At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at Acrisure Stadium. Five weeks come and gone, and we're off in week 6 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing to start this game. He's taking a shot on his first play. He's got it at the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Running back sent in motion. Throwing now on 1st down. Gets this to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
2nd and 1. Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Back to the well again. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Another carry for him. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Starting at the 10. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's 2nd and 5. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the... You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. They're going for this. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
They'll come out throwing. is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Let's go. 70 range.
Throwing now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. He's at midfield. The 30. The 10. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders tie this game 7-7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Half the 60. Cup 19. Take go.
Dropping back to throw. He's trying another one deep. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Still sticking with the passing game. He beams one deep. He's got it inside the 25. That's the end of one. It's Steelers ball as we return for the second. And they have to be thinking points here. They'll try and punch it in. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here's second and goal from the 6.
Go, Reed, go.
They'll hand it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a gain of 2, and now they have third and goal at the 3.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
Hey, check that, check that. Hey, smash, drop those. Go.
Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
Got it, ready?
Fourth and goal, too good to pass up. I love this. They're going for it and the lead.
Come on, set.
Man in motion, out of the slot. They'll throw for the end zone. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers take a second quarter lead. George Pickens the touchdown. This one is up and good. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's second and 11. Fits it through the middle. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Short pass brought in. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Trying again, following the set. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll look to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it after his second interception of the season. They're out and set. First and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. He's throwing deep to the left side. That's complete inside the 35. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They kick the running back in motion. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Hits his running back. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
From the 19. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Receiver in motion, going left. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Right there. Here we go. Here we go. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
From the 24. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He'll throw it. He's on the move. He'll get this to Tucker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Second and 10 now. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. just couldn't hang on through the contact. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
A final throw before the break. That sails over his target, incomplete, and now it's 4th down. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Boswell on to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
19 target, 19 target.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And defenders are there to get him at the line. That stop made by T.J. Watt. Now on 2nd and 10. Escapes the pocket. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Working quickly here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he hauls in the interception. And the Steelers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt, I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, sack. Cougar 19. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Back to throw. Lays out left side and gets it. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Working inside the red zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers push their lead further to start the half. Kicking team out to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. Now Boswell on to send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one complete to Turner. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Throwing off the play fake here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. And that's going to be knocked away. May have saved a completion there. And that brings us to the end of our 3rd quarter. Try getting that one to Brock Bowers. So they're left facing 3rd and long. They send a man in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll get him back to 11.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a gain of 29 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To throw here on 1st down. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock. But by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
we see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no reward.
70 range.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Cup 19. Cup 19. Buffalo 18. Hut, hut.
Throwing from the gun. Dump off caught by his back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Go track. Go. Let's go now.
They are throwing it again. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Go, Reed. Go.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that extends their lead to 14.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. 19 line. Go.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Looking for a target. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
They're going play action. Completed over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Play action on 1st down. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Raiders first. The Steelers calling their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. Finds the in route complete. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
So we hit. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They go play action here. Hits him on the in route. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders now within 1 score in the 4th. Now a big 2-point try coming for these Raiders. He's throwing for it! And he'll get into the end zone to make this a one-score game in the fourth quarter. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Shut up! Mustang 19! Get up!
They'll come out throwing. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go! Hey, smash Bronco! Huh.
2nd and 10 now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Warrior 70. Tag! Panther Street! Panther Street! Go!
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Offense up to the line fast.
70 Lions!
A loss of 7 brings up 2nd and 17 at the 49-yard
Right
line.
there, hurt! Street! Street!
Trying again, following the sack. Makes the... Oh, no, the ball is loose. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
And that is the definition of an impact play from the defense. Everything been going poorly for them, right? They're poised to surrender some big yardage, but one big hit changed all of it and creates a big play on their side instead.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
Another try following the sack. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He's back to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hands, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Running back sent in motion. Desperation time here on fourth. Oh no, they get him yet again. And he's gonna go. It's a pick six. You get a pick six, you get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
And he's almost there, but no! They stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that two-point conversion. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Getting right back to it after that interception. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Throwing now from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Steelers will take over as here